Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 121st Master Grade, the Advanced GNX from the series or side story or whatever you want to call it, Gundam 00V. V stands for variants, i.e. variations on Gundam 00 suits. This is a p-bandai kit. I always liked the GNX, so to pick it up, let's have a look. Torso is pretty much unchanged. There is some color swaps. For those of you who really detail look on GNX, you'll realize I screwed up here. I screwed up because there are two C plates on this kit. They are identical in every way except for color. I used some of the wrong ones. I fix that later. I'll show you. GN drive, pretty much unchanged. Here's the head, pretty much unchanged, except there's an extra sticker up there above the eye line, and they have that fin on top. That fin I had to glue on. It just kind of hooks into place, and it doesn't hook in very well. So I fiddle with it, and I finally just gave up and glued it on there. It's not a big deal. Again, screwed up some plates there. Easy enough fix, so. But the fin looks nice, and the water slide decals add on even make it look even nicer later. Up next is the arms. Pretty much unchanged except for the shoulders. Shoulders do have a different variant. They have these binders on each side. These binders are just on a swivel that can be turned 360 all the way around anywhere you want, no problems. And it looks kind of good, quite frankly. I like these binders. I like the way they look. Gives it just a little more angular. Hands are pretty much the same. Still have those clawed hands, and they still hurt your fingers like heck when you try to put them in. But they're the old 3-1 and the thumb hands. Legs, some changes here. Mainly in the knees and the back leg. These knees now have these giant thrusters on them, which I thought looked really cool. Pretty much the reason I bought the kit is I love the way those giant thrusters look on the knees, and has these variant thrusters on the back. And those look really nice too, but I just like those giant thrusters on the knees. You always see, if you ever see a thruster on the knee, it's always kind of small and dinky. Not these things. These things are bigger than the thrusters on the backpack. Threw some LEDs in there, put the GN drive light up. Actually, I kind of like the way this light looks on this kit. I don't know why, as opposed to the original GNX. The original GNX, I didn't really think that looked that good with the GN drive turned on. Here, maybe it's just because it's a darker kit. It kind of stands out more and looks really good. I'm not sure why, just personal preference, I guess. Accessories, pretty much all the same accessories from the GNX. You get the shield, which is the wrong color, because I screwed up. I have to keep repeating this, I know. Which I fix later. The shield swivels around in a circle, as so. It has a very solid connection right into the arm, and will not drop it. Granted, it doesn't weigh anything, but still. The gun here has a plug into the arm, and will plug into the hand as well. But mainly the plug in the arm is what's holding it up, just like the Exia. One thing I will notice is the arm joints, the leg joints, all the joints on this kit are much, much stronger than the original GNX. I don't think it's because of this particular kit. I think they made some alterations to the original frame. I got one of the early ones, why it was kind of loose. That's my guess. You can add this attachment onto the gun, makes it a medium-length rifle, has a beam bayonet, which looks kind of cool, and like I said, hold it up just fine. The original GNX had a lot of trouble doing that. And the long rifle, big old giant attachment on there. This you have to use two-handed, but again, it can hold it up, and the original GX could barely do that, and the legs are strong enough to keep it upright. Balance is still an issue, though. The shield, one minor issue, like I said, it connects fine, but that big binder kind of gets in the way, so you probably won't be using the shield that much, but it is there, which is nice. And a extra beam saber, holds it no problem. The one thing that is a new add-on is the lance. I love the lances. I'm a sucker for a mecha using a lance. I don't know why. But it looks really good. Again, you got to two-hand it. It's not quite strong enough to hold up both, but once you hooked them both in, no problem. Legs are strong enough it can be on the ground, but I put them in the air with an action base later, and I'll show you that in a bit. But I love the look. The decals that they add on make it that much better later, which I'll show you. And here we have them on the action base. I like the XE, the action base attachment is not great, but it's good enough. I wouldn't get too crazy with the poses here, but he's not going to fall off it. I don't think so anyway. Decals are water slide decals. And this is where I kind of got my first taste that I may have screwed up. You see, there's a lot of white decals. And there's places on there that are supposed to be black, but they're not. And here you can see where I've fixed everything. Not a whole lot changes. The head, more black pieces, the collar, front of the chest. That's the only real thing. Because on p-bandai kits, you will sometimes get a plate that's the same thing twice. In this case, I got two C plates. One's white, one is navy. And it says in the instructions, in a small print, make sure you use the navy C plate. I didn't read those instructions till the end. Whoops. But, like I said, easy enough fix. Take it apart, put the right pieces on. Nobody knows the difference, unless you watch the review. Whatever. Decals. I like the water slide decals on this. Lots of pinstriping. The circles on the knees and on the ankles. Warning labels look good. Nothing great on these decals, but they look really good. I like the extras on the binders, the decals on the guns, on the shield. There you see with the right color. Looks good. I really like this kit. Neat design. I like the decals on the back. I like the decals on the neck. Those, like I said, those are the ones when I saw white on white. Maybe I screwed up. Look a little closer. Yep, I screwed up. But easy enough fix. And like I said, the lance. I love the decals. It has one band on the front, extra decals on the behind the guns, decals on the handles. Like I said, I'm a sucker for a mecha with a lance. I can't help it. And you got him in the air, holding the lance, charging forward, GN drive all fired up, or GN drive Tau if you prefer. Looks really good. Like I said, connections are strong. You can move those binders so it kind of looks like it's thrusting forward. Looks really, really good. This kit might be my guilty pleasure because I know it's really not that good, but I really like it anyway, so take that for what it's worth. Final thoughts on this kit. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, but I realize the kit isn't really anything to write home about. It's a improvement on the GNX, has some extra things, the decals look better, extra weapon. If you really like the GNX and it's kind of your guilty pleasure, like it is mine, and you really think it's a neat idea and a neat look, pick it up. It'll be a fun kit. For the rest of you, there's no reason to buy this. I understand. It's a p-bandai, which means it's too expensive. It's kind of hard to track down. But I like the kit. I like the way it looks. I like the lance. I like the decals and the pinstripes and the binders. And I like it. But I understand if you don't, there's no real reason to make you buy it. But still, thumbs up from me. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, please ask them. I will see you guys next time with another review. For those asking, yes, the next thing I am building is the Master Grade Double Zeta Verka. So stay tuned for that. I should be starting on that pretty much as soon as I finish this review. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. And have a good one. Oh, and one more thing. From hell's heart, I stab at thee. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to stab a whale, not a penguin. Penguin.